Today we're talking about a symptom that millions of older adults experience, many overlook and few fully understand. Dizziness after age 75. What makes dizziness so easy to ignore? For many people, it's because the symptom doesn't last very long. A few seconds pass and life continues as usual. But recurring dizziness can sometimes change how people move, how active they remain, and even how safe they feel performing everyday tasks. Some of these changes happen so gradually that they become part of daily life before anyone realizes what's happening. Let's take a closer look. Point 1. The symptom many people normalize. Ask a group of adults over 75 whether they've ever felt dizzy, and many will say yes, because the experience is so common. People often assume it's simply part of aging. But common does not automatically mean insignificant. Any symptom that affects balance, movement, or confidence deserves attention. The challenge is that dizziness often develops gradually. A person may experience a brief episode while getting out of bed, standing up from a chair, or walking through the house. The sensation disappears quickly, so it rarely feels urgent. Over time, however, these moments can become more frequent. Instead of recognizing them as a symptom, many people simply adapt. They move a little slower, they become a little more cautious, and eventually, what once felt unusual starts to feel normal. That's why dizziness is one of the most overlooked symptoms among older adults. Point 2. Losing confidence without noticing one. Of the most overlooked changes after 75 is not physical at all, it's psychological. A person may still be capable of doing many of the same activities they always have, but if dizziness or imbalance has occurred repeatedly, confidence can slowly begin to fade. At first, the change may be almost impossible to notice. Someone may hesitate before climbing stairs. They may avoid walking alone in unfamiliar places. They may choose a shorter route instead of a longer one. These decisions often feel practical, rather than concerning, yet each small adjustment can gradually reduce independence. Over time, the fear of feeling unsteady can become just as limiting as the symptom itself. Point 3. Taking longer to stand up. Many older adults notice that they need a moment after standing before they feel completely steady. Instead of immediately walking forward, they pause, they wait a few seconds. Then they continue. Because this habit develops gradually, it often goes unnoticed, yet it can be one of the body's earliest signs that balance and stability are changing. While occasional lightheadedness can happen for many reasons repeatedly, feeling unsteady after standing is something worth paying attention to. Point 4. Holding on to support more often. Think about how often you reach for support during the day. Do you grab a handrail when climbing stairs? Do you touch a wall while walking down a hallway? Do you hold on to furniture when moving around your home? Many older adults begin doing these things automatically. In many cases, they don't even realize it. The body naturally seeks stability. When balance feels less reliable, what starts as an occasional habit can gradually become part of everyday movement. Point 5. Avoiding uneven surfaces. Grass, gravel, cracked sidewalks, and uneven pathways can become surprisingly challenging. Many people start avoiding these surfaces without consciously thinking about it. Instead, they choose smoother, more predictable paths. This adjustment may seem minor, but it can reveal an important shift. When balance becomes less dependable, the brain naturally encourages caution. The result is often a gradual narrowing of activities and environments that once felt comfortable. Point 6. Feeling more tired after walking. Most people associate fatigue with poor sleep or a busy day. However, maintaining balance requires energy. When the body is constantly making small adjustments to stay stable, even routine activities can become more demanding. A walk through the neighborhood may feel more exhausting than it once did. A shopping trip may require more recovery time. The person may not feel dizzy at that moment, but their body is working harder behind the scenes. Point 7. Changes in walking speed. One of the most overlooked signs after 75 is a gradual change in walking speed. Few people notice it happening because it usually develops over months or years. A person who once walked briskly may begin moving more slowly. At first, they may blame age, but sometimes the reason is more complex. When balance feels uncertain, even slightly, the body often responds by reducing speed. Moving slower provides a greater sense of control and stability. The problem is that this change can become so gradual that neither the individual nor family members recognize it. Walking speed has long been considered an important indicator of overall mobility and physical function. That's why significant changes deserve attention, rather than automatic dismissal. Point 8. Feeling unsteady in crowded places. Many older adults notice that crowded environments feel different than they used to. A busy grocery store, a shopping mall, a crowded sidewalk, even a family gathering. In these situations, there is constant movement happening all around. People pass by from different directions. Visual information changes rapidly. The brain must process all of it, while maintaining balance. For someone experiencing dizziness or subtle balance changes, these environments can feel surprisingly challenging. They may feel uncomfortable, overwhelmed, or less secure while walking. As a result, some people begin avoiding crowded places altogether. Unfortunately, this can lead to reduced social activity and fewer opportunities to stay physically active. What appears to be a dislike of crowds may actually be a response to feeling less steady in busy environments. And remember, just because a symptom is common doesn't mean it should be ignored. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.